Hello, this is Trinit's video tutorial series geared towards learning how to knit colorwork mitts for the first time. This series is based on the Market Day mitt pattern, which I designed, but you can use any colorwork mitt pattern to learn how to do this. Today, we're going to be talking about how to catch your floats, which is honestly a stressful thing for anybody. We're going to be using the jump rope method today. So if you don't know how to do that, keep on watching. But if you already know how to catch your floats, continue on to the next video. Before I show you how to catch your floats, I'm going to show you how to catch them less often because I unfortunately caught mine way too many times with my first project. Now I'm going to knit a handful of stitches here, I think 6. I do this anywhere between 4 to 6 stitches. I will do this method instead of having to catch my floats. So I have a handful of stitches here, and instead of just knitting that next stitch, you could see it would really scrunch those stitches up and it would cause it to pucker. I will stretch those out onto my needle and then I will knit the next color. So you can see they're stretched out a bit more. It's not too loose where my fingers are going to get stuck, and it's not too tight where it's going to pucker. Now I will show you how to actually catch your floats with the jump rope method, which I created. So I'm going to knit a handful in this first color here in the white, which is the non-dominant color for this project. And then once I get halfway through those stitches, I will take the other color and put it into the working area. So we can see here where my yarn is moving, that's the working area. I will take this other color and throw it over top into that area. That way I know then that that color is going to get caught. I'm going to be able to catch that float across the back. I will knit that stitch. And if you just then take that other color and throw it across the back, you are going to have your floats get twisted, and that really constricts the fabric. So we don't want to do that. Instead, we'll take the project and jump the rope. I just jump over top of the color that I caught as a float. Now I'm just going to continue on knitting the rest in that color, and I'll show you the last step here is the exact same thing as if I were not going to catch a float. I'm going to stretch all those stitches out across because, again, it will pucker if you don't do that. So I'll stretch them across the needle, and then I will knit that next stitch. And that way I don't have them get too tight. Now I'll show you how to do it with the contrast color. So I'll knit a handful here in this red that I'm using, and then I will show you how to catch the background color as a float. It's slightly different. It looks slightly different anyway, but it's the same exact technique. So I have a handful here that I've knit up. I'm going to throw that white color into the working area. Again, it looks slightly different because it's coming from the opposite direction, but it's essentially the same thing. I'm just going to throw it over into that area where I know it's going to get caught. I will then knit that stitch, and sometimes it's a little bit finicky. I had a little bit too much give there. And you can see that it's caught. However, again, if I just throw it to the back, then those two strands are going to get twisted. We don't want them to be twisted, so we will jump the rope. I've heard somebody tell me that they tried to do this with a sweater, and that was kind of funny too.